Now, from surfs up in Spain to the Gold Coast, and whether we live there or just holiday there, we all love the excitement of the Gold Coast. But what about transport that's environmentally sustainable? Here to talk light rail is Green Senate candidate Larissa. Larissa, welcome to State Focus.
Thanks, Tony. How are you going?
Very well, thank you. Larissa, tell us, why is light rail such a good idea for the Gold Coast?
Well, look, at the moment the Gold Coast residents really don't have a lot of option other than hopping in their car to get around. And as the price of petrol keeps increasing and as the Gold Coast keeps expanding, there really needs to be some thought put into environmentally sustainable ways of getting around the region. And the Greens think that light rail is the best way to go. So we've put out a proposal for 3 light rail linkages that builds on the existing proposal that the State and Council have proposed.
And what is your proposed light rail route? I'm reading here that you're planning on linking unis, expanding suburbs and tourism spots.
That's right. We want to have a northern route that takes it down to the centre of the coast. So from Coomera down to Surfers, from Robina up to Southport, and from Nerang to Broadbeach. So what that does is links those growth areas in the north to the business districts in the centre there, and it also caters for the uni students down at Bond Uni that are currently pretty neglected in terms of public transport.
For sure. So tell us, what are the environmental benefits?
Well, obviously we've got climate change as a reality now, and even our Prime Minister is admitting that yes, climate change is a problem and we need to do something about it. Light rail is really the best and most efficient way of getting around. It's better than buses because it can run on electricity, and we hope in future years to come that that electricity will be renewable energy. So it's better than buses, and it's easier to construct than heavy rail, and it can follow along the existing roads and really get people from where they want to go to where they're coming from.
Now tell us your proposal. What will it cost taxpayers?
Well, look, we haven't costed it, Tony, because what we're saying is we want this done as a matter of priority. There's a current proposal that the Queensland Government and the Gold Coast Council have on the table, but they're not saying that will be done until 2015, and that's too long to wait. Residents and visitors need options now, so what we'd like to see is some serious federal funding put in to fast-track the existing proposal and to expand out to incorporate our proposal as a matter of urgency, and obviously that will influence the cost.
It's a popular option, Larissa. As you mentioned, the state government are right behind it. The Gold Coast City Council is in favour also. Are the Greens just playing popularist politics here?
No, look, Tony, we've been talking about climate change for decades, and when it comes to transport, then light rail is really the best way to go to reduce greenhouse gas emissions and also to give people the most convenient and reliable way of getting around their region. Now, the council and state proposal is not a bad one, but it's not going to be ready until 2015, and it only really covers a central band of the coast. What our proposal does is says, let's get this happening much faster, and let's extend it out so that those growth areas in the north are being covered as well as the tertiary students in the south.
And just to conclude, Larissa, you're a strong candidate from the Senate position. Why are you the best person for the job?
Well, I think Queensland really needs a Green voice in the Senate to keep the focus on the issues that matter to people, things like climate change, workers' rights, affordable housing, and proper funding for health and education. And I'd certainly have the commitment to work as hard as possible to make sure that Queensland's voice is heard, and I hope to have the support to get there.
Larissa, thanks for joining State Focus.
Thank you, Tony. My pleasure.